Hello, everyone. May God richly bless you. This is Phil 210. I'm going to be reading John 20:28 to 29, a verse that I love very much. And Thomas answered and said to him, My Lord and my God. Jesus says unto him, Thomas, because thou hast seen me, thou hast believed. What did Thomas believe? He believed that Jesus is God, and Jesus agreed with him. Welcome to this um, video, and it's going to be very interesting. A lot of material. Please subscribe and share. And there is a lot more where this is coming from. And Arabic is my first language, so I go to Arabic sources in tafsir, in Quran, in books that are not available to, uh, just to in different languages. So this is going to be interesting. So let's begin. Okay, our topic today: in search of Uzair alayhi salam, PBUH, son of Allah. You know the game, Where is Waldo? And they have this character who's decorated or dressing in red and white striped shirt, and they put him in um, like a puzzle or a picture that has a lot of red and a lot of red color, and they ask you to find Waldo. And eventually, if are very observant, you end up seeing Waldo. That's not our topic today. We are looking for Uzair. And it's more like this next thing here. And I apologize for those who are maybe not from the United States or not familiar with the game of baseball. I'm going to leave a link in the video in the bottom that about Abbott and Costello and a skit called "Who's on First." Please watch it. I could have included it in the video, but I don't want to get any issues. But for those who understand baseball, this resembles exactly what the search of Ozair will be like. And you will see. You will see what that is all about. So let's begin. Uh, and the topic is all surrounded around Surah At-Tawbah 30, and I'm going to read that both in Arabic and in English, and I'm going to read it with the dots on top and the all the decorations, so that no one will say, "Oh, that's not what it says." In Arabic, وقالت اليهود عزير ابن الله, and in English, the Jews say, Uzair is the son of Allah. Who is Uzair? Who is this character named Uzair? Bear with me. This is going to be a confusing search. It's going to be a long search. And we're going to need first to go to Surah Al-Baqarah 259. And you ask me why? You will see. You will see why we're going to Al-Baqarah. And I hope you know what's the reason the Surah Al-Baqarah is called that. Um, but anyway, that's not our topic for today. Or are you not aware of the one who passed by a city which was in ruins? He wondered, how could Allah bring this back to life after its destruction? And I put this in red for those who are biblical students. You will know one of the prophets asked a question like that. So Allah caused him to die for 100 years. then brought him back to life. Allah asked, "How long have you remained in this state?" Uh, Meaning dead. He replied, "Perhaps a day, part of a day." Allah said, "No, you have remained here for 100 years. Just look at your food and drink. They have not spoiled." What? But now, look at the remains of your donkey. And so we have made you into a sign for humanity. And look at the bones for the donkey, how we bring them together, then clothe them with flesh. When this was made clear to him, he declared, "Now I know that Allah is the most capable of everything." Before we go any further, I'm going to ask the question, what is the science of hadith and tafsir? This is my description or my explanation for what it means, what hadith means, or how do we distinguish Sahih hadith. One Abdul, let's call him number four, said that he heard Abdul, let's call him number three, he called Abdul number three saying he heard Abdul number two, and Abdul number two happened to be a major Abdul with a big name, saying that Abdul number one has all the confidence in the speech that came from Abdul zero, or the original source of the speech. And for this to be Sahih, a group of reputable Abdul have to be in the chain of narration. I hope I made a little bit of sense here, but if I didn't make sense, uh, welcome to this video. So let's do a deep dive in this topic. Where is Uzair? Where is he? Who is he? So let's go to the scholars of Islam. First, let's go to Al Jalalain speaking about Surah Al Baqarah 259. Or did you see such as he, Ezra? What is Uzair? Right away they put Ezra, who passed by a city, namely the Holy House. Please pay attention to the red lettering because it will change quickly. Jerusalem. So riding on an ass and carrying with him a basket of figs. Allah loves figs, by the way, and a cup of juice. That is going to change very quick. You just pay attention. A city that was fallen down, collapsed upon its turrets, its roof tops after Nebuchadnezzar what had destroyed it. Just give me a few minutes. All this will change. It will change quickly. Let's continue with Jalalain on Al Baqarah 259. How shall Allah give life to this now that is dead? Challenging the power of the exalted one. Well, Allah is involved in a lot of challenges. I don't know. I don't know why that is. So Allah made him die. Allah is always involved in challenges and remained dead for 100 years. Then He raised him up, brought him back to life to show him how this could be done. Allah said, "How long have you tarried, or how long have you been dead?" He's asking this guy. He passed by the village, so we are being told now is that guy is Uzair. Jalalain continues. He said, "I have tarried a day or part of a day because he fell asleep before noon and was made dead and then brought back to life again at sunset. And thus he thought it was a day's sleep." So Uzair, this person now, his name is Uzair, he said he thought he was dead. I mean, he was asleep for half a day or just a day. Now Allah is speaking. He said, "Nay, you have tarried 100 years. Look at your food, the figs and the drink, the cup of the juice. It has not spoiled, despite the length of time." But shouldn't this prove otherwise? If I go to sleep and I wake up and figs and the juice still not spoiled, I will say, hey, I dozed for 4 hours. But Allah is saying because it was not spoiled, it proves that he was dead for 100 years. Uh, okay, okay. Let's go. Jalalain continues, or now here Allah continues for the explanation of the death here. And look at your ass, look at your donkey, how it is. And he saw that it had died, and all that remained were its withered white bones. We did this, so Allah is saying, we did, maybe Allah and Jibreel did this so that you would know, and so that we should make you a sign of the truth of the resurrection for the people. And look at the bones of the ass, how we shall set them up, how shall how we shall raise them back to life. So put the two things together. Abdul, Uzair come back from sleep. Allah tell him that no, you were dead for 100 years, and here are the evidence. Okay, I'll take the donkey evidence, saying hey, okay, the donkey is all bones. He was riding the donkey before, and it's all bones, white, and there's no meat on it anymore. Oh, okay, okay. But then figs and juice are in the same condition. Does this seem like a contradiction, or is it just me? I don't know. To me, that's a contradiction here. But somebody will explain it away. Continue with the Jalalain. How we shall move it and make it stand. So the donkey is going to be donkey again, alive, and then clothe them with flesh. And when he looked at it, he saw that the bones had been reconstituted and clothed with flesh, and that the spirit had been breathed into it, making it breathe alive again. So when it was made clear to him as a result of witnessing it, he said, I know thus, making it a command from Allah with the knowledge of direct vision, that Allah has power over all things. Let's go to Ibn Abbas talking about Surah Al Baqarah 259. Ibn Abbas, Hibr al Ummah, the ink of the nation, cousin of the Prophet. It's a big deal here. Without giving any explanation, he said, Uzair died a young, he said, Uzair died young and was brought back to life as a young person. It is said that Allah made him a lesson for people, for he died when he was 40 years old and was brought back to life when his son was 120 years old. Okay, let's add 40 plus 100 because he was dead when he was 40 plus 100 years, make him 140 years. Is that a young person? His son was 120. His son was an old man. How is Uzair a young man? I'll let you answer that question. So now let's move to Ibn Kathir, major expositor, scholar of Islam, Surah Al Baqarah 259. So Allah caused him to die for 100 years, then raised him up again. The city was rebuilt 70 years. The Jews were taken to Babylon for 70 years. After the man Hosea died, and its inhabitants increased, and the children of Israel moved back to it. When Allah resurrected Hosea after he died, be ready to laugh. He's dead, laying on the ground. He said the first organ that he resurrected were his eyes. So his brain's still dead, ears, nose, nothing, hands, nothing is working, just eyes are working. So that, and the reason for that, he said, so that he could witness what Allah does with him, how he brings life to his body. So eyes working without brain, without any. Ibn Kasir continues, and some of the tafsir I don't find them in English, so I have to bring it here in Arabic, and I will translate it to English. But wherever you see white, that's the the Abdul rule. Abdul one, Abdul two, Abdul three. So I'm not going to spend too much time on that, but I'll read it quick. وقال ابن أبي حاتم حدثنا أبي قال سمعت سليمان بن محمد اليساري الجاري من أهل الجار ابن عم مطر فقال سمعت رجلا من أهل الشام يقول I heard a man from the Levant, from the Sham, and he said إن الذي أماته الله 100 عام ثم بعثه اسمه حزقيال bin Bora. The man who was put to death by Allah is Ezekiel. Okay, now the dry bones make sense. Let's go to Al-Qurtubi, Surah Al-Baqarah. عن this said Abdul said قال سليمان okay قال سليمان بن بريدة وناجية بن كعب وقتادة وابن عباس والربيع وعكرمة والضحاك الذي مر على القرية هو عزير. So all those and they said the person who passed by the destroyed village is Uzair. وقال وهب بن منبه وعبد الله بن عبيد بن عمير وعبد الله بن بكر بن مضر Abdul. They're saying what هو أرميا وكان نبيا. That man was not Uzair anymore. That man is Jeremiah, and that Jeremiah was a prophet. Now a big scholar weighs in. Oh my. وقال ابن إسحاق. This is a big deal person here. Ibn Ishaq, what did he say? Ibn Ishaq said, أرميا هو الخضر. Jeremiah is الخضر. وحكاه النقاش عن وهب بن منبه قال ابن عطية وهكذا كما تراه إلا أن يكون اسم موافق اسما لأن عبدول لأن الخضر معاصر لموسى. الخضر lived at the time of Moses. وهذا الذي مر على القرية هو بعده بزمان من سبط هارون. Okay, wait a minute. They said the person who passed by this village after a long time from the time of Moses, min Sibta Harun, from the lineage of Aaron, which is Moses' brother. Okay, why are you distinguishing between the two? فيما رواه وهب بن منبه قلت إن كان الخضر هو أرمياء فلا يبعد أن يكون هو لأن الخضر لم يزل حيا من وقت موسى حتى الآن على الصحيح. So it's like, okay, this guy is saying if Al-Khidr is Jeremiah, so that's very plausible because Al-Khidr is still alive from the time of Moses until the time this is being written. في ذلك على ما يأتي بيانه في سورة الكهف وإن كان مات قبل هذه القصة فقوله ابن عطية صحيح. Ibn Atiyah is saying this is sahih, but look at the last two words here. Allahu alam. Allah knows best. That's the best answer. Best answer. Let's go to Qurtubi. Continue with the Qurtubi. So now, I hope you remember who is Uzair so far. Uzair is Ezekiel. Uzair is Jeremiah. Uzair is Al-Khidr. عبدول وحكى النحاس مكي من مجاهد إنه رجل من بني إسرائيل غير مسمى. Okay, Mujahid said, this person here who passed by the village is an Israeli man without a name. We don't know his name. I don't know who he is. Another person, قال النقاش وقال هو, this person النقاش said, غلام اللوط عليه السلام, the son of Lot, peace be upon him. Add to Uzair. Uzair is the son of Lot. وحكى السهيلي, another man named السهيلي, عن القطبي, he said, هو أشعياء في أحد قوليه. القطبي, this man, he said, Al-Uzair, or the man who passed by the village, is Isaiah. والذي أحياها بعد خرابها, the one who uh, uh, brought the village back to life. And who destroyed? Kurish al-Farisi, Cyrus the Persian. Do you remember earlier, in the earlier slide, that Nebuchadnezzar destroyed the place? And the village is, and القرية المذكورة here, بيت المقدس. It is Jerusalem. في قول وهب بين منبه وقتادة والربيع بن أنس وغيرهم، قال وكان مقبلا من مصر طعامه وشرابه المذكورة. Now, Khudair, uh, okay, I forgot who the person now. Now he is the son of Lot. Let's say he was coming from Egypt, and his food is teen أخضر وعنب وركوة من خمر. Oh, okay. Now here his food. Remember, it was figs and and grapes. Now he say it's figs, green figs, grapes, and wine. وقيل من عصير وقيل قلة ماء هي شرابه. So now, in addition to that, in addition to the figs and grapes and wine, some juice again. They brought the juice back and water, and that's what he drank. والذي أخلى بيت المقدس حينئذ بخت نصر وكان واليا. And the person who destroyed Jerusalem is Nebuchadnezzar, and he was the king over Iraq, over Babylon. And this is a bunch of names that are no significance. But this the Naqash, he said here, from here go and say, وحكى النقاش إن قوما قالوا, this another person, هي المؤتفكة. Now, okay, now it's Jerusalem. Said no, it's Sodom. مؤتفكة is Sodom. وقال ابن عباس في رواية ابن صالح إن بخت نصر غزا بني إسرائيل فسبى منهم أناسا كثيرين فجاء بهم وفيهم Uzair. Now, Ibn Abbas is saying that Nebuchadnezzar invaded Israel and he brought back a bunch of prisoners, and one of them was Uzair bin Sharkhia. I don't know who that is. وكان من علماء بني إسرائيل فجاء بهم إلى بابل. And Uzair was one of the scholars of Israel, the children of Israel, and he brought them to Babylon. Speaking now for Uzair, and concentrate, the man, the unknown man, is Uzair, or he could be Lot's son, or Ezekiel, or Isaiah, or Jeremiah. Okay, don't mind that, but that person, he said he came out. فخرج ذات يوم في حاجة له. He had this. I'm not going to speculate what حاجة له means. He said he came out to this place called Deir Herkel. He came to a place that called Deir Hercules, على شاطئ الدجلة, and in on the banks of the Euphrates river there. فنزل تحت شجرة وهو على حمار له فربط الحمار تحت ظل الشجرة. That person, who we don't know, can be a bunch of unnamed Israeli, Uzair, Isaiah, son of Lot, Ezekiel, Jeremiah, came to this place and went, under a shady tree, and he tied down his donkey. And so he says ثم طاف بالقرية فلم يرى بها ساكنا وهي خاوية على عروشها فقال إني يحيى هذه الله بعد موتها. So Uzair, or that person, the person, tied the donkey. Don't ask me about the name of the donkey. He tied the donkey and he went to the village, and he found that village empty and destroyed. Okay, let's move to Al Tabari, speaking about Surah Al Baqarah 259. Just like, and he just left it simple. And there's a lot of an, or Abdul said, Abdul said, Abdul said, Abdul said, Abdul said, and the red So Al-Tabari is saying Uzair, the man is Uzair, the man is Uzair. Okay, that's all I'm going to give you here. So now let's move to the main subject of the thing, the reason for the battle that we have, and it's Surah Al-Tawbah and verse 30. And let me read it to you in Arabic first and then in English. Say, وقالت اليهود عزير ابن الله وقالت النصارى المسيح ابن الله ذلك قولهم بأفواههم يضهون قولا الذين كفروا من قبل قاتلهم الله إني يفكون. The Jews say Uzair is the son of Allah, while the Christians say the Messiah is the son of Allah. Such are their baseless assertions, only parroting the words of earlier disbelievers. May Allah condemn them. How can they be deluded from the truth? So now let's go to the reason for the revelation of that verse. And my question, and it's October 30th, the question is, it's like, how do you know that's the reason? Al-Suyuti knows the reason of the of the revelation. جلال الدين السيوطي قال جلال الدين عبد الرحمن بن أبي بكر السيوطي وقالت اليهود عزير ابن الله وقالت النصارى المسيح ابن الله. Okay. أخرج ابن أبي حاتم عن ابن عباس قال أتى رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. Okay, this is important stuff. I gotta translate it for you. So Ibn Abbas, the big deal. The big deal said there's these men came to Muhammad PBUH. And who are these men? Four Jewish men. Bini Meshkam, Nu'man bin Alfi, Shas bin Qayd, or Malik bin Sayf. And what are their issues? فقالوا, they said, كيف نتبعك وقد تركت قبلتنا? How can we follow you and you left al-Qibla? You know what al-Qibla, people pray towards Mecca, to the Black Stone and Kaaba. Before that, Muhammad and the early Muslims used to pray towards Jerusalem. And they continued, وَأَنْتَ لَا تَزْعَمْ أَنَّ عُزَيْرَ إِبْنِ اللَّهِ. How can we follow you and you don't believe that Uzair is the son of Allah? So these are only four men. But the ayah is saying the Jews. And because the four men came to Muhammad, Allah from heaven, فَأَنزَلَ اللَّهَ فِي ذَلِكَ, Allah revealed this ayah, وَقَالَتَ الْيَهُودُ Uzair ibn Allah. The Jews said Uzair is the son of Allah. So that's the reason that ayah came down. And let's continue. Let's go to Al-Tabari, talking about Al-Tawbah, ayah 30. قال Abu Ja'far Muhammad bin Jurair al-Tabari, and talking about وقالت اليهود Uzair ibn Allah. The Jews said Uzair is the son of Allah. Now let's go to the red part. It says اختلف أهل التأويل في القائل عزير ابن الله فقال بعضهم كان ذلك رجلا واحدا. What is this saying? They say those who explain Quran, tafsir, and all that, they differ greatly in the saying of Uzair is the son of Allah. Some of them said he was only one man. We just heard that it was four men, Jewish men, coming to Muhammad. Here they're saying no, it was only man. His name is Phineas. So it's a known man that said Uzair is the son of Allah. حدثنا القاسم قال حدثنا الحسين قال حدثني حجاج عن ابن جريج قال سمعت عبد الله بن عبيد عمر وقوله وقالت اليهود عزير من الله. So it's just a bunch of names and yeah. قالها رجل واحد قالوا اسمه فنحاس وقالوا هو الذي قال إن الله فقير ونحن أغنياء وقال آخرون بل كان ذلك قول جماعة منهم. So this Abdul is saying, he said it was just only one man saying it. They said it was only Phineas. And they said he is the one who said Allah is poor and we are rich. But another people said But this is a saying of a group of them, not all the Jews. Okay, keep going. Let's go to Al Shokani, speaking about the same Al Tawbah 30. Uh, he's talking about Al-Tabari. He said, Anshida Ibn Jarir al-Tabari. He said, Ibn Jarir wrote even poetry about it. He said, لتجديني بالأمير برا والقناة لأمرا مكرا إذا غطيت السلم فرا وظاهر قوله. Now we go back to say, وقالت اليهود. The Jews said, they said, this saying is all of them, all the Jews. وقيل, it is said that this saying is just a general in general, and it means ومعناه الخصوص, and it is just something specific. لأنه لم يقل ذلك إلا البعض. Okay, and going back and forth, he said إلا البعض منهم. He said because we're saying it's specific uh, because it's only some of them who said that. Oh man, I'm getting dizzy. وقال النقاش لم يبق يهودي يقولها بل قد انقرضوا. Nakash came in here and gave you a solution. He said, there is no any Jewish person remaining who's saying that Uzair is the son of Allah. They all died. Solution. وقيل إنه قال ذلك للنبي صلى الله عليه وسلم جماعة منهم. That saying, the saying that Uzair is the son of Allah, it was just a few of them said that to Muhammad. فنزلت الآية متضمنة لحكاية ذلك عن اليهود لأن قول بعضهم لازم لجميعهم. Oh, so the ayah, the verse came down because even though it's only some of them said that, it covers all of them. وقالت النصارى. I'm wondering why this is included here because no Christians went to PBUH and told them that. وقالت النصارى المسيح ابن الله. And the Christians, they said Jesus, the Messiah is the son of Allah. I don't think any Christian says that. Yes, there is uh, issues with language, but فقالوا هذا لما رأوا من إحيائه الموتى مع كونه من غير آب فكان ذلك سبب لهذه المقالة. So now the Christians, they said that. They said the Messiah is the son of Allah is because he raises the dead and also because he doesn't have a father. And that's the reason why they said that. والأولى أن يقال إنهم قالوا هذه المقالة لكون في الإنجيل وصفه تارة بابن الله وتارة بابن الإنسان. So say the Christians keep saying that because in the Bible sometimes Jesus is described by the Son of Allah, and sometimes is described with saying the Son of Man. كما رأينا ذلك في الماضي. We saw this in a bunch of places in the Bible. And ولم يفهموا إن ذلك لقصد التشريف والتكريم. And Christians, they said they did not understand the reason for saying the Son of Allah, the Son of Man, is just to honor Jesus, to honor Jesus. Let's go to Ar-Razi talking about a Tawbah, verse 30. وفي الآية مسائل. You say there's issues with this ayah. I know there is. المسألة الأولى, the first issue, علم أنه تعالى لما حكم في الآية المتقدمة على اليهود والنصارى إنهم لا يؤمنون بالله. And when Allah judged on Jews and the Christians, because He knows that they don't believe in Allah. شرح ذلك في هذه الآية وذلك بأن نقل عنهم أنهم أثبتوا لله ابن. When this plain in this verse, because they prove that Allah has a son. من جوز ذلك في حق الإله فهو في الحقيقة قد أنكر الإله. because they transgressed in the rights of the deity. If you do that, that means you reject the deity. وأيضا بي وأيضا بين تعالى إنهم, and now here Allah showed that they are بمنزلة المشركين في الشرك. They are in the same place as those who are kuffar. وإن كانت طرق القول بالشرك مختلفة, even if you know the way that they kuffar, the being kuffar, is different. Is لا فرق بين من يعبد الصنم وبين من يعبد المسيح وغيره. He said there is no difference between those who worship statues or those who worship Christ and whoever else. لأنه لا معنى للشرك إلا أن يتخذ الإنسان مع الله معبودا. فإذا حصل هذا المعنى فقد حصل الشرك. So now he said there's no meaning to kufr or shirk only when a person takes beside Allah another man to worship. If this happens, this shirk happened. الرازي continues وإنهم إنما خصهم بقبول الجزية منهم لأنهم في الظاهر ألصقوا أنفسهم بموسى. The only reason that Muslims take jizya from Christians and Jews because they align themselves with Moses and Jesus. موسى وعيسى. وادعى إنهم يعملون بالتوراة والإنجيل. And they claim that they believe in Torah and Injil. فلأجل تعظيم هذين الرسولين, and because they honor these two prophets, great prophets, and their books, and they honor their offsprings, those Jews and Christians, for that reason, he said, إنهم كانوا على الدين الحق. They were on the right religion. Oh, my head is hurting. حكم الله تعالى بقبول الجزية منهم. And Allah ordered that jizya or money is to be accepted from them and that they will not be killed. Al-Razi continues, Al-Mas'ala Athaniya. He mentioned the first issue and now is the second thing. وقالت اليهود عزير ابن الله. He said the Jews said Uzair is the son of Allah. القول الأول قال عبيد بن عمير, and then again Abdul from Abdul, إنما قال هذا القول رجل واحد من اليهود اسمه فنحاس. So Ubaid ibn Umair, this person called, wait a minute, only one person said this. Finhas bin Azura. I don't know who that is. Phineas, the son of Azura. Now here Ibn Abbas said, في رواية سعيد بن جبير, this وعكرمة, this أتى جماعة, the same story we read earlier. It's a group of people came to PBUH. سلام بن مشكم, النعمان بن أوفي, مالك بن الصيف, وقالوا كيف نتبعك وقد تركت قبلتنا ولا تزعم أن عزير ابن الله. فنزلت هذه الآية. The same thing we read about the reason that verse came. He said these four people came and they said to Muhammad, how are we going to follow you? You don't accept our Qibla, where you don't accept Jerusalem, and you don't say Uzair is the son of Allah. And that ayah came down. But here, it said only some of the Jews. But, and this is here, there is a there's a bomb that I'm going to drop here. They say, إلا إن الله نسب ذلك القول إلى اليهود بناء على عادة العرب في إيقاع اسم الجماعة على الواحد. Let me read that to you. Let me explain that to you in English from here. Say, some of the Jews said that, but Allah attributed that saying to all the Jews. Why? Because of Arab tradition in attributing the name of the group on the individual. So Allah is following Arab tradition. And it said, it's a yuqal, فلان يركب الخيول. If you said, this person ride camels. But وَلَعَلَّهُ لَمْ يَرْكَبُ إِلَّا وَاحِدٌ مِنْهَا. But he only rode one camel. But we said he rides camels. وَفُلَانِ يَجَالَ السَّلَاطِينَ. It's like this person sits with kings. وَلَعَلَّهُ لَا يَجَالِسْ إِلَّا وَاحِدٌ. But this man sits with only one man, one king. Let's go to Al-Razi. Continue with Al-Razi. So the third thing, لعل هذا المذهب كان فاشيا فيهم ثم انقطع. They said this group of people that were saying that it was among the Jews, yes, but it's no longer there. فحكى الله ذلك عنهم ولا عبر بإنكار اليهود ذلك فإن حكاية الله عنهم أصدق. They said even though the Jews are refusing, they're saying they didn't say that, Allah is more truthful than they was. He's truthful. They lied. والسبب الذي لأجله قالوا هذا القول ما رواه ابن عباس. and and the reason they said that إن اليهود أضاعوا التوراة. It said the Jews lost Torah. So they had one book, they lost it. وعملوا بغير الحق. They worked with things that are not truthful. فأنساهم الله تعالى التوراة ونسخها من صدورهم. Because they lost that one book they had, Allah caused them to forget Torah and He abrogated from their chest. فتضرع عزير فتضرع عزير إلى الله وابتهل إليه فعاد حفظ التوراة إلى قلبه. And the man who could be Uzair begged Allah, and he, came to him, and Allah brought the knowledge of Quran back to his heart. And Uzair, he said, فَأَنزَرَ قَوْمَهُ بِهِ. Uzair took the Torah and he started warning his people. فَلَمَّا جَرَّبُوهُ وَجَدُوهُ صَادِقًا فِيهِ. And there's other stories that said they went somewhere and they dug under a tree and they found Torah. And when Uzair was reading Torah to them, because Allah put it back in his chest, they found him to be truthful. فقالوا ما تيسر هذا لعزير إلا إنه ابن الله. And the Jews said, the only reason Uzair was able to recite Torah is because he's the son of Allah. وقال الكلبي قتل بخت نصر علماءهم ولم يبق فيهم أحد يعرف التوراة. And this Kalbi said, because Nebuchadnezzar killed all their scholars, none of them remain who knows Torah anymore. Oh, what a mess. So, in conclusion, uh, after all these explanations from all the scholars, Al-Razi, Al-Shawkani, Al-Tabari, Al-Qurtubi, Jalalain, now you know the answer. Uzair is, you can pick one of eight or all eight, and you will be right. Uzair is Ezra, Isaiah. Number 3, Uzair is Jeremiah. Number 4, Uzair is Ezekiel. Number 5, Uzair is Lot's son. Number 6, Uzair is the unknown prophet Al-Khidr, who lived forever and still alive. Number 7, Uzair is an unnamed Israeli man who nobody knows his name. Or the best answer, Allah knows best. Now the second question is, Uzair city is the city that was destroyed. Jerusalem, or المؤتفقة Sodom, dear Hercules, or the city by the river Al Dijla and Euphrates, or the best answer, always, Allah knows best. Question number three. The king who attacked Uzair's nation, which is could be any one of many. The king is Nebuchadnezzar, or king the Persian king Cyrus, or number three, best answer, Allah knows best. Question number four. Those who said Uzair is Allah's son. Uzair huwa ibn Allah. Number one, four Jewish men who came to PBUH. Number two, one man. His name is Phineas. Number three, some of the Jews. Number four, Jews from the past, and they're all dead. None of them remain, but we still have the ayah for that. Number five, the best answer, Allah knows best. I would like to apologize to the donkey. His name was not mentioned, not even once. I don't know. Let me know if you come across his name. I assume he's either Yafur. He can't be the Al Buraka, but Yafur is last of the prophet's donkey. LOPD, last of the prophet donkeys, or a relative of Yafur. And remember, Yafur does not like females, so I don't know what that uh, adds to the story. Uh, and until another mystery, because we're going to explore a bunch of mysteries. Peace of Christ to all who accept it. If you don't accept peace of Christ, I'm sorry. I got nothing for you.